All right, and we're live on YouTube. I'm gonna start recording now on Zoom. Welcome everybody to the Yin Yang Wolf Pack. My name is Will Rios. I am an attorney licensed in 2 states, in both California and in Texas. I'm actually in Texas right now, which is why everything looks a little bit different. Here training, man. This thing is beautiful, dude. Like the more effort I put in, the more I get back from the world, and like the more I see the beauty that this life can be. I've gone through so much struggle and so much bullshit to get to where I am, and like I'm starting to see the beauty of it. You know, they say there's beauty in the struggle, and I see that more and more every day. Because even now, I mean, I'm still going through bullshit, right? There's always fucking struggles. There's relationships. There's family. There's stuff with money, and like you have to go through these things to get to where you want to get, but you have to always understand that at the end the goal has to be larger than whatever it is that you're going through. And this has been my modus operandi really for as long as I can remember. Probably really since a child. It was always whatever it is that I wanted, whatever I'm going through, or rather whatever it is that I wanted was bigger than whatever I was going through. So like just in everything. Because if whatever it is that you're trying to get to is not large enough, you're not going to go through it, man. You're going to give up. You're going to say it's too much. You're going to say it's too hard. It's not going to be sustaining. They say any man who has a big enough why can go through any how. Meaning if your purpose is large enough, you will go through whatever it is that you need to go through. And now this new chapter in my life, you could say, is me now expanding my really my reach, my power, my prestige, my fucking money. Like I'm expanding into the world more and more. I left Texas to go to California. Why the fuck did I I have family here, everyone fucking loves me here. Like I have it all set up here. Why the fuck did I go to California? Because my soul was calling for that shit. I needed to leave. I needed to create my own thing for me, not for my family. As much as me being great, the greater I am, the more I can give to my family, obviously. But it's not about them, right? It's about me and fulfilling my purpose. And through the fulfillment of my purpose, I can provide to everybody. And that's what I'm doing. Okay, I didn't give the full intro. So this is the Yin Yang Wolf Pack. If you are here, that means you are a wolf. That means you're a part of the pack. That means you're part of the tribe. That means you're in part of the group. You're on the team. And we want you to succeed. I want you, if you've never had anybody else in your fucking life, whoever wanted you to succeed, you have one now. Congratulations. We're here. We're here in this bitch together. Because I remember a long time ago where I felt like I didn't have anyone who really wanted the best for me. Like I felt like even though it was a mental block, you could say, I felt like my family was against me. Like they didn't really want what I wanted for me. And it was this whole thing of that I'm sure every man has to go through at some point in their life, where they have to make a decision of what they're trying to do. What are they trying to become? And once you make that decision, you're going to alienate some people, because not everybody's going to agree with you, and they shouldn't agree with you, right? This is a vast world, billions of people. Everyone's going to have their own fucking opinion about what the fuck you do. But honestly, fuck them. Who the fuck cares? Why do you care so much? Like, it's funny. So I went out last night with a friend who's like, she's known me since around the time I was getting into law school. And so, she's seen my evolution through this thing, whereas like a student to like them becoming a fucking lawyer, then like being a fucking lawyer twice, like licensed twice. And, she was saying, is like, I felt like, you always had this energy, but now it's like, it's a lot more free, or it's a lot more, you're a lot more open with it. I'm like, yeah, dude, absolutely. Like I've always known that I'm going to get to where I am, but like now I've gotten here, quote unquote, to an extent. And now I really, like, before I thought I didn't give a fuck. Now I really don't give a fuck. And I'm sure in another year, I'm going to give even less fucks, because the more you grow into your power, the more you see that so much around you is bullshit, man. Like people are just, their minds are so limited. They're stuck in their little ways. They may get a little bit better, but if you're a part of this process, if you're a part of this tribe, your evolution is so much faster. Your consciousness is rising at such an accelerated rate that everyone around you just looks slow. And that's really what it is, man. Like I feel like People are they're not moving. They're not. I think it's what I'm thinking is it's one, it's a lack of urgency, and number two, it's really a lack of guidance, and that's why it's up to us to be that example, right? You want to be the one that guides your family forward. When I was okay, so on Wednesday I went to court with this immigration lawyer, really smart guy. Like I'm very appreciative that he took me out and kind of showed me around. And then I got back to the office after court, and funnily enough, my baby cousin, she's like 20 years old, baby cousin, baby. She works at the law office. And so she was saying how like, it's like because of you, Jonathan, they call me Jonathan, that's my middle name. And they're like, like now I want to go to Harvard, like literally because I fucking went to Harvard, motherfucker. Like nobody in my family had gone to college before me. And I fucking come in and I go to the number one college on earth. And then after that, I go to law school. And then after that, I become a lawyer. And like this level of success was not a thought process, right? My mother was an immigrant. She came here. She's like, she just wants a fucking job. Like, hopefully she can survive and not get fucking killed by gangs, which was riddled all throughout El Salvador, or killed by the fucking the military, which was running around grabbing people, throwing them in the back of trucks. They grabbed the women, threw them in the trucks to go be slaves for the soldiers, and then they grabbed the men. My dad was literally thrown into a fucking thrown into a truck to go be part of the military. Like this was real shit, right? They literally left to escape that. And then they come here to America, and what do they hope? To survive. What do I hope? I'm not just surviving, dude. Like that's the bare minimum of what is happening here. This is thriving. This is success. This is expansion into the fucking stars, man. Like I'm Iron Man. Like that scene where he fucking shoots up, like this is what's happening right now. Literally shooting up into the sky, into the clouds. And that's why I don't know how these words came to me, but one day they came to me and it just really stuck with me. It's like, why are your eyes low when your destiny is up there? Like I don't know where I got these words or how the fuck that happened to me, but like that is something that I hold very dear. It's like, why are you looking down here, dude? Like this is a metaphor, right? For your vision, for your consciousness. Why is your consciousness at such a low perspective? It should be on the stars. It should be on the fucking sky. So you use whatever words you use. Like these words, they work for me because they feel me. Like the stars, the moon, the fucking planets, the solar system, the galaxy, like that is where my destiny is. Okay. So maybe you have certain different words that help you get into that zone, but these are the words for me. And so you want to create, you want to create your spaceship. You want to create your method of transportation to get to where you want to go. And you should do this from the perspective of expansion, okay? From the perspective of thriving, from the perspective of success, from the perspective of getting everything that you want out of this life. Why? Because when you get it, it will be because you deserve it. I wholeheartedly feel that everything that I've earned in this life since I turned probably 6, like I deserve that shit. I worked my ass off for the black belt. I worked my ass off for the saxophone. I worked my ass off to become valedictorian. I worked my ass off for Harvard. I worked my ass off for fucking law school. I worked my ass off to fucking be a base leader. Like, what the fuck? Like, all of these things were not given, or rather, they were. What would be the word? I don't want to say these aren't the correct words, but they were taken, right? Like I took these things, I made them mine. They weren't just a gift from the world. It was a gift from me to me because I wanted this. I wanted it so bad. Right. And when you have that desire to push you, to make you get to that thing, then you allow it to propel you. Right. I still don't feel like I chose Taekwondo. Like it chose me. You know what I mean? I didn't choose the saxophone. It fucking chose me. I didn't choose the law. It fucking chose me. Harvard, I chose it and it chose me. They gave me a scholarship. I went there for fucking free. What the hell, man? I still can't even believe that shit, man. I literally went to Harvard for free. How the fuck does that happen? Okay, so Unfortunately, this is gonna be a pretty short class. I think I have about 10 more minutes because I have family downstairs and we need to do little stuff for them. I also have a flight later. Sad music. Oh yeah, sad face. I used to say that all the time, sad face. Like the fucking emoji. I want to get a little bit into stoicism, man, because we're tapping back into this shit. Like it really is the baseline philosophy of everything. Oh, okay, well, shit, so my aunt has been talking recently, so she's hitting her 30s now. And so she says she's been really thinking about like her mortality and stuff like that. And so she started asking me like what I think about it. And I'm like, well, okay, not in these words, but I'm like, bitch, I've been thinking about my mortality for fucking 3 years every time I pick up my book every morning, And so I'm very well acquainted with the idea of the fact that I'm gonna die. Like it's very I confront it every day. And so I didn't wait until I was, because in her perspective, right, it's like, oh, she's getting older, maybe can't have any more kids. Like, like that whole thing is in her head. For me, I'm a fucking warrior. I've been ready to die every fucking day. And so when you say I've been thinking about my mortality, like that's cute. Like, yeah, okay. Like, okay, yeah, for sure. That's why so if you don't know, I hope everyone here knows by now, but if you don't know, memento mori. Memento mori, memento is like remember. This is a Latin phrase. Memento is to remember something. Mori is like mortal, like the root word of mortal, meaning you're gonna die. So remember your death. Remember that you will die. And so as a Stoic, we approach our lives from I have already died. I'm a warrior. I went out and I've been killed already. So now that I'm reborn and now that I'm back, how are you going to approach this life? And it gives you a sense of freedom. Like really, like even talking like this, it feels good. Like I'm already dead, motherfucker. Like I've already been killed. What are you going to do to me? You can't do anything. I've been given everything. Everything's been taken from me. And then if I'm reborn again, then I'm given everything. And this whole thing is a fucking blessing. Even if I go through heartbreak, if I go through fucking, I don't know, losing a job or fucking losing a relationship, losing a family member, no matter what, you're going to get through all of it. And no matter what, you are more powerful than it. So I went out in field last night and I was just like, dude, like these people can't handle me, man. I got like 2 or 3 Instagrams. Like it just felt so easy. Everything is becoming so much more easy. I went bowling with my family and I kept the perspective was effortless. This is all going to be effortless. It's just I'm just here finding the music and I'm dancing on the music. Like I think of it as a wave, like physically a wave, like it's it's coming and I'm fucking surfing it. And so the wave could be the music, right? Like if you like the music, then you're on rhythm with it. And really what all of this is to say that I was like tapped in, right? I was tapping into something larger than me, which made this thing fun. It made the dance fun. I got to be in the groove with the world. And the more and more that you live like this, the more and more fun it gets, man. Like do whatever it is that you need to do to get into that rhythm, whether that's meditation, which I do, whether that's reading, which I do, whether that's the cold showers, which I do, being in nature, which I do. Like it all comes to you. Okay, so check this out. This was I don't want to. So this one is going to be posted on YouTube. And so there's some things I don't necessarily want to share that I would share with the internal guys. But needless to say, I had a this sounds so gay. I had a hot date last night. And so I would show you guys, but like, we're going to have to do that some other time. And I literally she came over and like got like was ready and then we like left from here. And I was just thinking, I was like, dude, how did I do this? Like I remember being a little fucking like, 12-year-old, little nerd who I was like really smart and like I played saxophone and so I never thought like, dude, like one day I'm gonna just have like hot bitches come over to my crib, like just because, oh, we're gonna go out together and they're gonna spend the night, and like that's gonna be like my reality. What the fuck, man? And then I think about it, and it's like, even this is too small for me. Like even that, like even as dope as of an experience as that was, like I'm just getting started, dude. Like I'm more and more realizing that the value that I have within, which for whatever reason I didn't fully recognize it. I felt like I was pretending to recognize it, and now I really feel like I am getting this thing. And because what it is I put in so much time into understanding my philosophy and into understanding like how it is that I want to be, like attending every fucking AZD lecture like all the time, really tapping into what it is, the mindset that I want to have with my world. And I've developed this enough to where it's become my reality and it is self-reinforcing, right? So I didn't feel like this just when I got my black belt. I didn't feel like this just when I was valedictorian. I didn't feel like this just when I was at Harvard. I didn't even feel like this when I got to law school. I started feeling this way when I got on the AZD process. When I really started to become the monk, become the spiritual man, become the one that's connected to something higher. That has been what's been giving me the real energy and the real power. And then everything, not being this is what makes the rest valid to me. So it's like just the fact that I went to law school, that I got a law degree, or that I'm a fucking lawyer, like that's cool and all. But what's cool is that I am a spiritual man devoted to my craft who is also a lawyer. Like that is what fucking makes this shit dope as fuck, right? And again, it is because I'm a devoted man to my craft that makes it dope as fuck that I'm a black belt in Taekwondo. Like the internal was and always will be the primary thing here. And that's why you always have to be good with you. Like you have to be good with how you live your life. Like for real, like really you have to be good with this shit. Like even now I still see tiny little, chinks in the armor that need to be fixed, that need to be shined, that need to be kind of shifted, so to speak. But the more and more clean this instrument gets, the more and more beautiful the world becomes. And then like now I can really feel like, man, it's sick as fuck that I'm a lawyer. Before it was like even like Harvard and stuff, like I would feel embarrassed about it. Like it feels weird to like kind of like, it's like bragging, right? Like, oh, dude, I went to fucking Harvard. Like, do people really give a fuck? Like, kinda, but really, it was about me and my acceptance of it, because it always felt like, dude, I'm a fucking poor kid from the hood, and like I made it to Harvard. Like I felt the words were imposter syndrome, which is really the gayest fucking words ever. But you like imposter syndrome? Oh, that's fucking disgusting. But like those were words that were given to me and that I was feeling. It's like, man, like, do I deserve this? Am I really this person? Like, do I really did I really deserve to get into Harvard? Motherfucker, you did it. Who the fuck cares? Like, it's like saying, like, did I really deserve my blah blah? Motherfucker, you did it. Like, shut the fuck up. Why is your mind doing all this stupid shit, bro? Like, stop that. Yeah, thank you, Powerhouse. Appreciate that. Funny enough, I'm getting hot now, so I'm gonna take this off. Like, I felt like fake, man. Like really, that's the word. Imposter syndrome, what that really means is fake. I felt fake. Like I didn't really deserve this. Like I'm not really that motherfucker. And I think I felt fake because I was fake. Like for real, man. Like when something is real, you feel that shit. When something is fake, you feel that shit. And it wasn't until I became a real monk that everything else became real. Right? Like even the black belt kind of felt fake. Even the fucking valedictorian felt kind of fake. The Harvard felt kind of fake. The law school, the law degree, all that shit felt fake. Then I became devoted to this shit. And then now all of it is like 10 times more real. Now I can say this shit and I bring energy behind it. Like if you're a martial artist, I think everyone here is. Like, how it feels, bro, to get into the fucking ring and to like get fucking smacked. But you also know how to get into the ring and to like give out an ass whooping. And both of those are real as shit. And both of those make you the warrior. Because through the yin and the yang, through both, you got through them. And you experienced them both. And so you deserve that ass whooping when you got it, bro. And you deserved to beat that motherfucker when you beat that motherfucker. Like there was no, like it's like playing chess. Like I'm the one making the move, dude. Like no, I can't blame you. I can't blame me. Like I'm the one making this thing happen. And that is what is real. And because like now that I understand that, now the lawyer is very real to me. Now the Harvard is very real to me because I did create that thing. But now I have the understanding and the philosophy to back it up, to make it something real. Fuck. Okay, man. I have to go now. Shit, man. I wanted to open it up for questions and shit, but I was just spewing my soul, and I'm glad that y'all were here to take part in it with me. Okay, brothers. Thank you very much. This was the Yin Yang Wolfpack. Again, if you're here for your development, you're here for your evolution of consciousness, right? So don't ever think of yourself as small. You are not small, you are not little. You are here to grow and grow and grow into the fucking sky, into the moon, into the clouds, and you're here to take over